All right, my loves. So you should have practiced level 1. So we're moving into level 2. Level 2 is that you're gonna factor a trinomial, and then you're gonna set those factors equal to 0 and solve. All right, so let's go ahead and factor a trinomial. Because it's a trinomial, really all we're doing is just like a regular box method problem. And I'm saying trinomial because I have 1, 2, 3 terms, right? So I'm going to go ahead and actually factor so that I can solve. So when it says solve, I want x equal statements. So I want to know what numbers is x going to equal. That's what solve means. So x to the fourth minus 13x squared plus 36. I'm going to set up my box. X to the fourth is going to go here. Positive 36 goes down there. So I'm looking for two numbers that are going to multiply to 36, and they're going to go ahead and add up to negative 13. We can list the factors of 36 if we need to, always 1 in itself, and then just go up by 1 each time. So 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and then 6 and 6. And I know if I need to add up to negative 13, but they multiply to be a positive number, they're going to be the same sign. So I know what I'm looking for is 4 and 9. Again, because I want negative 13, they're both going to be negative. Don't forget, we want negative 13x squareds. So these both need to be x squareds. From there, we're just going to go ahead and factor. If I have x to the fourth on the inside, both of these need to be x squareds. If this is x squared out here and I want negative 9x squareds, this needs to be negative 9. This needs to be negative 4. So my factors are x squared minus 9 and x squared minus 4. Again, I'm solving, which means I'm setting my factors equal to 0 and solving for x. So I'm going to go ahead and add 9 on both sides. So I end up with x squared equals 9. Take the square root. When I take the square root of 9, I get positive 3, but also negative 3. Right, so I know that x equals positive 3, and x equals negative 3. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to add the 4, and then I'm going to take that square root. So x equals positive 2, and x equals negative 2. So it's just continuing to build and build and build onto what we've been doing since quadratics. Let's do another example really quickly. So x to the fourth minus 29x squared plus 100. So I'm going to list out the factors of 100, starting at 1. So 1 and 100, 2 and 50, 4 and 25, 5 and 20, 10 and 10. And I know, again, they have to be the same number because this is positive, and they both actually need to be a negative. So in my box, going x to the fourth, positive 100. The only pair that'll add up to the 29 that I need is, in fact, going to be 4 and 25. Keep in mind we're working with x squareds right now. And because I want negative 29, I'm going to go ahead and throw a negative in front of both. From that step, just go ahead and label the outside. So if I have x to the fourth, these are x squareds. That means this is going to be negative 25, and this needs to be negative 4. I'm going to take each of these factors and set them equal to 0. Solving from there, like we've been solving, we end up with x squared equals 25, which means x equals positive 5 and negative 5. X squared equals 4, which means x equals positive and negative 2. So my final solution is going to be my zeros, or my solutions, those are all the same thing, is x equals positive 5, x equals negative 5, x equals positive 2, and x equals negative 2. The order does not matter as long as I see all 4 of those, we're chilling. Because my exponent is 4, I should see 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So good job with that one. You should be moving on to the next section.